who helped out as well tonight. And here is your plaque, and a great big thank you to Ray Pease, the starter at the Speedway this year. And where's our photographer? Some of these guys may want a picture up here too. Larry and Rhonda, the right touch.
Oh, they did over here?
Oh, there she is. Look, she's sitting down on the job. Rhonda Wright, ladies and gentlemen, our official track photographer. Larry Wright over there. Listen, if you want a picture, family portrait, besides some of these pictures tonight, they're going to be there all night in their studio waiting to take your picture. All right, how many people here love technical inspectors at the Speedway? Raise your hands. All you people that like the technical inspectors. All right, we got a couple of the best in the business. I want to hear what you think of them when they come up now to accept their plaques, because these people really know their stuff. First of all, Mr. Carl Lehman. Carl, come on up here and take it like a man. You know, when we were looking for a head tech man, we had to find somebody who raced in the past and knew how to knew all the tricks. Carl knows them. Carl Lehman, ladies and gentlemen. Also coming in to help us with our technical inspections this year is a racer. Raced what, once, twice? Well, part of a night. He'll be back next year with a full-blown race car and a race all season, at least we hope. And he comes over here all the way from the Phoenix, Arizona area. Here's Barry Canoyer, ladies and gentlemen. Barry Canoyer. Pit steward's job is not an easy job at all. He has to coordinate things in the pits. He has to get those cars ready to come on the track. And most of all, he's got to stand out there and he's got to hold that sign that says stop or go. You ever notice that? Don't run over that man, because he's a valuable asset to our Speedway. Here he is, Buzzy Bazanson. Buzzy. Would you run over a man that held a stop sign that looked like that? You would not. When he says stop, please stop. Some of you people ignored that sign, and we nearly had to issue a citation or two this past year. Thank you, Buzzy, for a great job. We're going to call this young lady next our assistant pit steward, because she was all over the place in her little golf cart, running all over the pits, driving that golf cart, and she had only one major accident all season. She ran into somebody's car. We won't say whose, but it didn't damage the race car very bad. Scratched the golf cart, and that will come out of her pay next year, so you won't get paid anything. Another great asset to our Speedway. She's done such a good job, and we're trying to get her maybe to be the assistant starter next year, but I think she's going to help her man over there, Barry Canoyer, with his race car, Dacia Evans. Dacia, come on up here. Get your plaque. One of the toughest jobs at the Speedway is scoring these race cars on a Saturday night. If you've never done it, try it sometime. Get yourself a pad, sit up there in the grandstand, and don't score the first 1, 2, or 3 cars, but score all 24, 25 cars that are out there on the track, because it's not the guy that finishes 1, 2, or 3 that's going to complain. It's the guy that comes in 23rd who said, I came in 22nd, and I can prove it. So if you want to be a scorer, it's a tough way to get into racing, but we are blessed again. We have a couple of excellent scorers, and our chief scorer, who came over from Queen Creek, Arizona. She has done, it's outside of Phoenix, she has scored race cars all over the Southwest. She scored race cars at Manzanita Speedway and Canyon Raceway and you name it, and she really knows her stuff. And again, it was like a godsend that we grabbed this gal, and we only did it because I don't really know how we got her, because her husband, John, who drives number 4 Sportsman sometimes, came over to race a couple of times, and we wound up with the finest scorer in the Southwest to do our scoring and handicapping, Miss Ruby Morris. Ruby, come on up here. Besides, it's nice sitting in the booth with these beautiful young ladies. Our assistant scorer in the booth, started really scoring for real here at the Speedway this season. A lot of you drivers don't realize it, but Ruby wasn't here the last race of the year. We were kind of worried. We said, you know, we got our assistant scorekeeper up there. Can she do the job or can't she do the job? Well, she indeed could do the job. Another asset to the Speedway, Kathy Lehman. Kathy, come on up here. Again, it's just great. They pay me to sit up there with these gals. It's a great job, I tell you. Nice job, Kathy. Indeed, a fine job. Monty and Jerry Cook and Bobby Cheney, our cleanup crew, we'd like to recognize them at this time because they did, just stand up, fellas, next to your table. They did such a fantastic job. Monty just coming off of major surgery. Come on up here. We got plaques for you guys as well. Here's a guy who's just coming off. He showed me the pins and stuff they took out of his arm, and I couldn't believe it. It looked like somebody's tore down some construction in there. Let me tell you about Bobby Cheney. What he did for me one time this year. No, I'm serious. I'll tell you how technically inclined I am. I came out one Saturday night, and the announcing gear is portable, and it weighs about 5,000 pounds. And so I don't, because I'm an old man, but it's taken up to the booth, and we install everything and hook it up, and I turn the switches on, and I go, testing, check, 1, 2, and I don't hear anything, so I'm getting panicky. I'm turning all the knobs, turning them up, and nothing happens. I don't know what's going on. I've got everything turned wide open. And then somebody walks up to the booth and says, of course it's not going to work. All the speakers are gone out there along the fence. Someone had come out here the night before, Friday night, and had stolen all our speakers along the front fence. And this guy, Bobby Cheney, climbed the fence without benefit of ladder and installed the speakers so the fans in the grandstand could hear that night. So that's the kind of people we have working for us at the Speedway. Kathy Gomez, I know she didn't want to come up here. She is our concession manager. You can't run a Speedway without concessions. Where's Kathy? Stand up, Kathy. Boy, what a job she has done. Fantastic job, Kathy. Two of the greatest people in the world. Al mentioned them earlier tonight. His mom, his stepdad, Meredith Wilson, Dagmar, two of the sweetest people in the world. Stand up over there one more time. Meredith Wilson, I know you love a lot of his Broadway musicals. I mean, he's a Broadway musical writer, a lot of his stuff. And Dagmar, you've seen her in many films. And so we've got two real Hollywood stars with us here tonight. My wife came over with me to the races on Saturday night. So Al said, as long as you're coming, you've run a souvenir stand before at the tracks you've worked. She says, yeah. He says, okay, you can run my souvenir stand. So she's combination souvenir stand, babysitter, welcome wagon, greeter to everybody that comes through the grandstand and everybody that goes home when the races are over. Come on up here. Martha Chesser, my wife of 28 years. We just celebrated our anniversary last week, our souvenir stand lady. Ramsey Towing and Walt Perry Shell. You can't run a show without your tow truck operators. Anybody ever be one of those concerns tonight? Well, bless their hearts. Give a round of applause for our tow truck operators. Our photographers, the Right Touch Photography. We're going to let the pretty one come up here. Larry, you can come up too, but who's going to take the picture? Larry Wright and Rhonda Wright, the Right Touch Photography. Give them a round of applause. Your photography and training, your beautiful daughter. She says she feels kind of naked wearing that dress here tonight. We've got some folks from Blythe Ambulance here tonight, and they are our ambulance service, and they were going to make a little special award as well, but we'll do that for them a little bit later this evening. But how about if somebody from Blythe Ambulance here can come up and accept the award for the Blythe Ambulance Service? Well, we thank you. We've got your plaque, and we'll deliver it to the finest ambulance service in the state of California, Blythe Ambulance. How about a round of applause for them? We got one more award to give out. It's kind of a little bit of a surprise award, but it shouldn't be a surprise because you need help on Saturday nights to make things work at the Speedway. We have a young man here at the track that really busts his fanny every Saturday night. He carries stuff for me. He runs all the way from the announcer's booth down to the pit area to pick up lineups for us. Comes to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Last guy to leave on a Saturday night, comes back on Sunday morning and cleans the Speedway up. And he likes it. He likes it, and we like him. So with a special award, let me let Al give this award.
Bill pretty well summed it up. When we hired this guy, we didn't know what we were going to have him do, and he wound up doing just about everything. Jim Kowalewski, very good, Jim. Some of your regulars may not recognize Jim. He's usually got a white security shirt on and accompanies me anytime I go in the pit. So that's another reason he's so valuable. Thank you, Jim. I've got one more. This one's a surprise too, though it shouldn't be. Can't entertain the people without somebody to do it. We had, other than the racers, of course. I mean, when you guys wreck up and go through the dirt and there's long delays to clean up the track, since we don't have grass yet, and cars spin and cars stall and it takes forever to get them off the track, somebody's got to keep the people from going to sleep, either keeping them in their seats or better yet, moving them to the concession stands or the beer stands so we can make a little money off this place. I think this guy's the best I've ever heard, and I've been around racing all my life. Many a night, he made something out of nothing. I remember one night at the fair, we had 2 cars here at a practice. I was driving one of them. I drove about 1,000 laps, and I thought my arms were going to fall off. That was before the second car showed up. So we had 2 of them, and Bill Chester still made it interesting. So I'd just like to give an award and everybody say their thanks. I think the best announcer in the Western world